Watch. I'm Mod Ollie.
I'm Mod Ramen.
I'm Mod Chambers.
So they can just about remember their names.
Yeah.
So as you can see on screen here, we've got the entrance, and you can see the twin Furies, just the statue of them just behind where Mod Ramen was, and that's who we're going to be showing off today. So first we're in the staging area, so we'll quickly go a little bit over that.
Cool. So in the staging area, you have sort of like a truce between the four factions. Each faction has its own representative. So they'll be up here. This is where you'll hand in your rep tokens. You'll come and check your... Shall I show them the rep interface? The bounty man. Yep. So we have Feng the Bounty Master, which is one of Ollie's creations. Do you want to talk through that?
Yeah, so obviously you've got all these reputations with each faction. You need to raise your sort of standing with them, and one of the ways you can do that is by doing these bounties with Feng here. So he'll assign you them, and he'll give you one a day. And if you miss a few, you can come back and they'll stack up to 5 as well. So we won't go into too much detail about these things, but we'll quickly show you the reputation vendors. So Chambers here is the one who's made the kits on them that you can see.
Yeah, some pretty cool kits. Yeah, I used a slightly different process than I normally do to make models. I used a cool program to help with the texturing. It's called 3D Coat, and it lets you kind of paint the texture onto the 3D model rather than just doing it all in 2D in Photoshop.
You've done that with the bosses as well,
yeah,
haven't you?
Yeah, so I think it helps. It makes the textures look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's head towards
another
the
thing you might notice is when we put out the concepts of those kits, they all had, there was one base model on the right, a base kit. So they've all been created off that one kit, haven't they?
Yeah, and that didn't only help with like the speed that we could sort of crank these out. It kind of gave it connected them all together, because it was kind of like one drop for a kit, and then you kind of get a seal and turn it into the other kits. So it's kind of a theme. So
yeah, as you can see now, we've moved into the Zamorak Wing. As we get sort of further towards it, you can see that it's there's a lot more lava, there's a lot more fire, and there's more of Zamorak's minions, so it all starts to theme up like that. I don't know if you want to go on the world map quickly, show where we are at the moment. So here we are, we're on Zamorak's rampart in the top left there. Yeah.
All right, let's jump in. We'll show you a little bit of the bosses, their little spawn animations. We won't show you too much because we want you to see that on launch.
Show that first mechanic, just a bit of it.
All right, we'll see what happens. And yeah, as pointed out in the chat, there are no more yellow cube boxes. We did get them sorted. I think it was the night after the stream. So
you should see like mostly everything is pretty complete now. And yeah, so these are the twin Furies. We have Avaryss, who is the black and blue one, and then we've got Nymora, who's the red one. And here you're seeing the first mechanic.
That's such a good
So we'll only show you a little bit.
All right, I'm going. I'm
bailing.
Get out, pal.
Get out.
Too much.
I'm going.
Oh, Mod Rama's getting caught up. He's not good enough at PVM.
Sorted.
He's a well-known PVM noob.
I forgot to set my Tales of God Wars variable up.
I see. So yeah, what Mod Rama tried to do then was use his teletab, which he earned by doing Tales of the God Wars. So go and do that if you haven't done it, because yeah, he wasn't able to.
I can now. I can now. That was the quickest completion ever.
Yeah.
But so we showed you the area, and now we'll do what we usually do with each of the bosses. We'll show you the kit, and then we'll show you each of the weapons. So if I angle my camera correctly and detach, here you have the awesome ranged kit, obviously based on, is it Avaryss, the red one?
Yep. No, sorry, Nymora, the red one.
Nymora, the red one. Always get them mixed up. But here you have the awesome looking kit. I mean, this is personally my favourite.
Too close. Let them see the whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it's like asymmetrical, so people should appreciate that.
Yeah, so
it's hard to do asymmetrical kits.
Doing asymmetrical stuff means more work for Chambers.
Right. But I love it because it looks cool.
Yeah.
And then, so this is obviously the range kit, but the weapons, the twins drop, are melee weapons, and they are
really cool.
They are similar to claws, which you hold like this. So sort of like glaives. So if we go into the combat style, you'll see how you hold them. So it's more like a raw.
Spiky, man.
And these represent, obviously one's red and one's the black one. So they represent one twin each.
They're flipping cool.
Yeah.
Have you got like the lower tier kit? Do you want to show that? Or is it too much effort?
I could get it. I could get it for the next one.
We can at least go over what happens. So basically, you'll get the you basically get sort of a dormant piece of armor from the bosses, and then you'll get these crests from the bosses as well. And you use a crest on the dormant armor to make it a particular faction's armor set. And then you use essence, which you gain from the bosses, to upgrade that armor to the fully upgraded kit.
And here you see them in action. They are pretty cool. Yeah. They are.
Yeah.
And I guess we can show quickly, we're going to give you a little teaser of one of the things that you can get from the reputation system. So if you get your reputation high enough up with Zamorak's faction, then you can actually get these cool cosmetic wings that go really nicely with this set. So that is exactly what I want to get in game. That's like my favorite look.
Look at that.
It's possessed.
Let's go into. Like that is so cool.
That's pretty good.
Hype.
So yeah, this is the first boss I'm going to be going to. Not only to wrap up my faction, but get these awesome items.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll send it back over to the guys on the sofa now.
So,
Hello. Yeah, so we're back. We're back in the staging area here again, where we're just going to give you a quick little look at Seren's reputation vendor, sporting the nice Seren kit as well.
Pimpin' flag as well.
So Chambers.
I like it. It's got wolf fur on it. Looks cool.
Deep insight from the modeler himself.
What's your favourite thing to model, Chambers?
I quite like the demon kit, but because we're looking at the Seren kit, I'll say this one.
What? No. The demon kit then.
The demon kit. But this is one of my favourite areas of
beautiful.
God Wars Dungeon 2. So obviously, as we get in here, there's more. There's these big mushrooms, and there's more crystals and sort of floating particles and stuff. It feels very, very much in keeping with the other things we've seen from Seren. And then as we head on into the boss, obviously you guys have seen a little bit of him before. There we get the little shot of him. This is Helwyr.
Yeah.
Do you want to say a little bit about how?
So he is a bear plus a wolf plus magic.
Magic stag.
There's a bit of stag in there
there's
as
a
well.
bit of stag as well.
We don't want to show too much of the fight, but
He's very cool. I enjoyed modelling him and texturing him a lot. He's got loads of cool stuff on him.
Okay, so we got a brief look at him there, some of his mechanics. So you will have seen that obviously he's a big sort of bear slash wolf slash stag. He sort of rips around, he thrashes about, and you've got a sort of, well, he's supposed to be intimidating. You might want to avoid him. But you'll also have seen one of my favourite parts of the dungeon, which is the mushrooms. That they start little, like little button mushrooms, and then Helwyr basically uses a magic spell on them to make them grow and become something quite dangerous. And I just absolutely love the animation of these little mushrooms sort of growing up. Everyone gets really annoyed with me banging on about them all the time, but
it's because it's really quiet in the office, and all of a sudden Ollie will just start giggling to himself, saying, "These mushrooms just make me so happy." It's like,
that's right.
The mushrooms make me happy, man. Just watching these little mushrooms grow up and down.
all right,
They're nice, very nice.
let's show you the kit. I'm going to detach, but I won't zoom so far in.
Yeah.
Look at that. So this is our magic kit. It looks pretty pimp.
Yeah.
Does
So
it? Would you say it looks magical, Chambers?
looks very magical. It's got some cool bloom stuff on it. I've tried to take elements from all the boss and stick it on the kit. So he's got the antlers and the fur, and yeah.
The claws as well, and the
Seren symbol.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks pretty neat. I mean, you're standing in a place that's kind of dark, so
All right, Chambers.
maybe you won't see.
Zero.
It'll be a bit lighter in other places.
50,
but
50,
the bloom
0,
looks good.
59. No.
Fail.
It's because it was caps lock. Here we go.
Here we go. It's full effect.
Yeah. So do you want to give yourself the weapon as well? So I saw someone ask if the weapons were craftable, like made like the god swords, but these weapons actually just drop from the bosses themselves. And it's the actual armor that you sort of create, as I described earlier. You get the base thing that you have to use a faction's crest on. So I would go and kill Helwyr to get the Seren crest, and then I'd use that on the gear to turn it into this set. which I would also have to use essence from the bosses to upgrade into the set that you can see now.
So for the weapon for this faction, we only have the wand. We don't have an offhand, but that's something we want to expand on in the future with something pretty cool. We had a good idea for it, so we're going to save that.
Do you want to zoom in on the weapon a little bit? So as you can see, it's one of Helwyr's antlers. The name of the weapon is
Wand of the Helwyr Elders.
Yeah. So
it took us a fair while to name, I think.
But we've really embedded it in this stuff in the lore. So yeah, basically that's. Have we got anything else to show from the Seren faction?
Yeah. What would the bear paws be? You worked with them this morning. I'm going to type in bear.
Bear something.
I'm going to type in paw.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're not going to find it like that. So basically we have, as we showed you the wings before that sort of went with the Twin Furies set, we also have these bear claws, like paws that you can wear on your hands to go with this set as well. Yeah. So, yeah. You got anything else to say about sort of creating Helwyr? He's this giant beast, isn't he? Like,
yeah, well, I think he was probably the favourite boss that I made. He was pretty cool. I saw the Revenant, so that helped inspire me.
You saw
yeah,
the
that's true actually.
Vicious,
that one,
especially when you see the
making
animations.
Yeah,
he does a proper
we do
bear.
get an awful lot of inspiration for various things from
well, yeah.
random bits.
But like the Revenant, that bear scene where he sort of gets ripped apart was in the forefront of our minds when we were basically when we started making this boss as well,
so
and
animations as well.
it definitely comes through in some of the animations, I think.
You are Leo when you go fight him.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's everything we wanted to show off for now. So this is obviously the final live stream before
release.
Yeah, you guys actually get your hands on this, and we should actually have a trailer coming out for the content this week. So that'll show you everything we've shown off. We've obviously got the 4 bosses, we've got Feng the Bounty Master, and everything taking place here in the heart of Gilnor. So hopefully you guys are really excited to get your hands on it and get stuck in. So we'll throw it back over to the sofas now and